No, we're gonna go ahead and blame it on Brockus.
Yeah, no,
It's
go ahead.
easier that way.
Shut the fuck up! It's already live. God damn it! Ooga fucking Ooga cunts, and welcome to another CNN, the Cunt News Network. We bring you the news that's already been brought by someone else. And I gotta say, I was talking to Sester before we went live as we were waiting for Rob because he's staring at his fucking computer, waiting to click on the button that says "Okay." Dumbass. But I was talking to her, and I realized I find myself now, my entire life, I have most of the time never given a fuck about politics. I had never really cared for politics. I tried to ignore politics as much as possible. But anytime somebody tried to bring up some sort of a political fucking argument, I would usually go with whatever I actually felt was the appropriate answer. Now, when I was in my teens and early 20s, I was, yes, somewhat of an anarchist. I didn't like the government. I was very anti-government. I didn't want to live in a country that had a government. I was very anti-American, all that shit, blah, blah, blah. I was stupid. I was very fucking stupid. I was young and stupid. As I got a little bit older, for the most part, I was more liberal in my youth. In my late teens, early 20s, and throughout most of my 20s, I would consider myself to actually be more of a liberal than an actual conservative. But for the most part, even up to, into my 30s, I would continuously say, now, when I stopped, being a liberal, essentially, where I was just believing everything from the fucking left or all that shit, I would sit there and I would actually say, I have no political leaning. I would be a centrist. I would be a pure centrist. I might lean a little more to the right when it comes to very specific topics, but I do lean to the left when it comes to other topics. It depends, and for a while now, I've been trying to say that fiscally I'm conservative, but socially I'm liberal. I don't think that's starting to not be the case anymore. The more and more I consume of politics, because unfortunately it is unavoidable, so I've just gone out of my way to basically say, like, look, if I can fit politics into my fucking daily life, playing World of Warcraft while I wait for this fucking shoulder to completely heal up so I can go back to work, or even just hanging out with friends and stuff like that, reading articles, watching fucking YouTube videos, watching something on the news, whatever the case is, I find myself, regardless of whether I am watching CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, or any of the other fucking things, I find myself just being in the conservative camp. And it's weird because I fought against them for so long in my life that I never actually believed, up until recently, the most truest thing when it came to politics I think anyone has ever told me: the older you get, the more conservative you become.
Yeah, isn't there a quote from somebody that says, like, if you're not liberal in your 20s, you have no heart, and if you're not a conservative in your 40s, you have no brain?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I don't know who said that. I don't know who said that, but yeah, like I fucking despise the mainstream media, and I find myself consistently going to Philip DeFranco for the more liberal side of news and everything like that. But I also go to Louder with Crowder and fucking Ben Shapiro for anything on the right side. And I gotta say, it has been quite pleasant getting somewhat unbiased fucking, news where they don't have an agenda to push. They have a bias, but they don't have an agenda to push.
Yeah, the agenda they're because I mean, it's just ridiculous. The topics that come up are so insane that they get called far right, and they sound so fucking reasonable when compared to the opposition. It's like fuck.
Do you know what Philly D pushes? It's not an agenda. It's his merch. Buy my merch so I can hire more people so we can have a legit news show. That's what he's pushing. Buy my merch. That's it. And it's not even that constant. He plugs a little bit of his merch. He mentions his sponsors. Then he gets into the fucking news day. Louder with Crowder. Steven Crowder, buy my mug. that's all. Like, buy my mug so we can continue to do this show, and maybe at the end of the year, maybe we'll start to get to the point where we can hire more people, which he does pretty much every fucking year. At the end of the year, he looks at all the money they've made throughout the year and stuff like that, and he looks at how long, how many people he could probably hire for how long, so on and so forth, and he's doing it again. He's now offering yet again another golden ticket. Go to one of his latest videos. Actually, go to the Thanksgiving video. There's the hour-long live stream, I think it is, or maybe it's 2 hours long. I forget. But go and watch that. And at some point, at a couple of points in that, he does actually point out his golden ticket, which is essentially he's offering all that shit. And then, you know, fucking the Ben Shapiro show with the Daily Wire, all that stuff. I mean, buy my Tumblr. There you go. These are the things that they push, not their agendas, their merch. Buy my shit so I can actually continue to do the show. That's it. That's all they want. Anyways. So let's get into our fucking news, because, you know, we don't do what Crowder and Shapiro and fucking DeFranco do. We shamefully read the news from some other people, and I actually have something from Shapiro's camp, the Daily Wire, to share later on. But right now, we're going to start with something from Florida, man, because we need to make people laugh. Rob,
okay. I don't know. Should I give the chat a choice? Because I have quite a few stories tonight that we can go through. But there are some. Why don't we start off with that lobster one?
That actually sounds like a good one. Yeah. I don't know why, but I was just like, lobster theft. I got to hear it. Regardless of anything, I got to hear it.
Come on. It's not loading.
No. What'd you do to your computer this time, fuck? Come on.
I don't know. Nothing seems to be loading at the moment. Let's do one of her stories while I figure this out. Give me 1 minute.
Okay.
I'm still connected to the show, but no web pages seem to be loading for me.
So I got a ton tonight. Like, this week has been one hell of a fucking shit show when it comes to fucked up stories. So let's start. Let's see. Something cute, funny, entertaining. Let's start with Pornhub has launched their own fashion collection.
Nice.
So apparently they've teamed up with an erotica magazine and fashion brand Richardson to launch another fashion collection. I didn't know that they even had one. But hey, who's going to be running around wearing Pornhub on their fucking sweater? Am I right?
I do work with somebody, or, you know, I guess you could say did, because I'm technically not working right now. But I do work with somebody who actually does have a legitimate Pornhub T-shirt, and it's actually something you get by making a subscription to Pornhub, or you can simply buy it in a bundle. I forget how he got it. Basically, he got a Pornhub shirt with his Pornhub subscription, and I'm like, I guess that's cool. You know, it's
an incentive.
I get a Pornhub T-shirt and pretend like, no, I totally don't have a Pornhub account. Like, dude. And I wouldn't stop making fun of him. I would come up with some really fucked up names just to fucking, like, you know, make fun of him and say, like, what's going on, Anal Fiend 114?
I love it. But does he ask how to build an IKEA table in the comments? If he doesn't, he's not a real Pornhub user. Just saying.
I don't think he actually makes comments. And truth be told, would you want to make, unless your goal is to make people laugh with some of the greatest Pornhub comments on some of the most popular videos, then I don't really.
I totally. In a fucking heartbeat. Yep.
We will talk about that first. Let's hear more about this Pornhub fashion.
The 13-piece line features hoodies, tote bags, t-shirts, playing cards, sweatshirts, bomber jackets, oh god, socks, sliders, and baseball caps. The bomber jacket is decorated with flags of countries where porn is banned and where it is not. The t-shirt is inspired by a tee worn by a fan at the Pornhub Awards ceremony, which was covered in the signatures of multiple porn stars. Yeah, it has signatures of porn stars all over it. Andrew Richardson, the founder and creator of Richardson, said, "We are excited to continue our collaboration with Pornhub, an ubiquitous brand and ethical platform." Not wrong! There are a few corporate logos that symbolize community and freedom like theirs do, two qualities that naturally appeal to us here at Richardson.
Okay, I have to look at this now.
They have a pink fucking hat. Okay, but for real though, I might.
Is it a pussy hat? Because I don't think Pornhub would have anything but pussy hats.
It just has the logo, and it's a pastel pink baseball cap, flat brim. I actually kind of like it, no joke.
Okay.
They have pink hoodies too, sorry.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't understand. I really do not understand how any of this is fashion or fashionable. I guess it's funny. It's, you know, it's kind of ironic.
Right?
Like we have Pornhub merch. Like, unless you are going to Adult Con, I don't think you are really gonna try to rock Pornhub gear. Like,
right?
Who the fuck is going out in public announcing with their wardrobe, "I masturbate frequently"?
Hey, frequently the people
enough
who work.
I like this website enough. To buy merchandise and wear it publicly.
Do you want to show your love for Pornhub? Why don't you pick up a Pornhub bomber jacket or hoodie? We also have Pornhub t-shirts with autographs of different fucking porn stars. Here's the fucked up part. None of this is even remotely fashionable. None of this is even remotely difficult to come up with design-wise. They are simply taking basic fucking clothing and just, I guess you could say, digitally
throwing
printing
their logo on it.
Yeah, they're just throwing the Pornhub logo
I think
on it.
it'd actually be a funny fucking gag gift for Christmas. Get your dad a Pornhub hoodie.
But you know what? I'm not even joking. If I worked for Pornhub, like on their freaking IT or their whatever, I would wear the merch no fucking problem. If anyone said anything about, hey, I work for him, fuck off.
I just want to bring one thing, and I hope he's still watching. AP, watch out, Nike slides. We got Pornhub slides.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. They're fucking yeah.
Those are beach ready right there.
That like you just, your right foot says porn, your left foot says hub. There you go. You can continue to show your appreciation for depressing fucking lifestyle with Pornhub slides.
Hell yeah. All I do is sit in my home in my Pornhub slides and my Pornhub hoodie and watch Pornhub. I am the biggest supporter of Pornhub. Seriously, if I could get a job with them, I would be a happy fucking chick. And I don't mean like the obvious fucking jobs. I mean like the behind the scenes, the people who actually have to fucking do shit to make it even run. I would fucking die for that job. I could be perverted all day fucking long and not lose my job as long as they don't get too fucking corporate. Once they get too corporate, I'm out. But hell yeah.
Stop letting us have sex with random strangers in the bathroom. I'm just down. It's like, you know.
No, I mean just like I could sit there and fucking go, hey, looking hot today, her, and not fucking worry about. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to point out that
be obvious perv, but yeah.
Psycho 216 is kind of like performing the greatest and fastest of life comes at you fast memes I think I have ever fucking seen happen in a live chat. A few minutes ago, he said Pornhub is great. Recently, he said masturbation isn't depressing.
Yes.
Now, when I say life comes at you fast, I mean that in the play on words. Life comes at you fast. Like, if you're not paying attention, that nut is going to hit you in the fucking eyeball and possibly blind. So, there you go. That's the... Oh, my jokes are terrible.
That's okay. We're all terrible.
I do have to disagree with Psycho 216. Masturbation is not 100% depressing. It sometimes you're frustrated. You just like want to relax. Maybe okay, fair enough, fine. Some people prefer masturbating to just not doing anything at all. Cool. Sex is better. Sex is always going to be better. Thus, if you are not getting sex and are just masturbating for long periods of time, it's very depressing. Just saying.
I would agree.
Masturbating can be very, very depressing. Anyways, you all set there for the lobster theft, Rob?
I did get the lobster article up. We were good to go on lobsters.
Okay, were we done with Pornhub, or was there more to that story?
Nope,
okay,
we are done with the porny hub.
Yeah, sounds like it would be pretty fucking straightforward. Pornhub now has merch, other than the porn.
Which the internet is for, anyways.
I think that's what merch is. If they had, I guess selling porn is merch, but they sell like website subscriptions, and that's not really merch, is it?
Right.
It's like what I bet you could get. I bet they got like Pornhub dildos you can get and all kinds of shit now.
What?
And if they don't, they're fucking retarded.
What? Spectacular. We gotta go shopping. No. All right, get on with your story.
All right. Extremely Florida woman attempts to steal live lobster from restaurant. Everyone's been here. Everyone's been there. It's Saturday night. You've had 3 mojitos too many, and the next thing you know, you're running down the street with a live crustacean in one hand.
This is not the first time I've heard of somebody stealing a lobster from Red Lobster.
It was a Red Lobster. That would have been it would. Of course, it's a Florida woman in Red Lobster. Not like.
Oh my god.
I mean, it could be a Florida woman, but it has to be in a Red Lobster because the type of Florida woman who would do this would not attend a more high class lobster establishment.
True.
And of which there are many, I'm assuming, in Florida, seeing as how it's like a coastal state.
Right.
You'd think there'd be plenty of lobster places other than Red Lobster. But, I'm from New Mexico, and I still eat Taco Bell, even though there's like really good taco places all over the place.
Oh, there's amazing.
Yeah, they're not open till like one in
yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
So sometimes Taco Bell comes in handy.
Yes.
All right. An intoxicated Florida woman found herself in this classic situation after a manager asked her to leave a St. Petersburg Red Lobster on Saturday for reportedly causing a scene and disturbing other customers. Feeling she had to make a bigger statement than just cursing her way out, she allegedly grabbed a live lobster straight out of the water tank and bolted. The police were called and found the woman, who denied knowing the lobster's location. It is not yet known if she blamed PETA or if the lobster simply made a really strong case for its freedom.
Oh my god.
Did she just chuck the lobster as she ran down the street? She just tossed it? It's like, this is evidence.
This is evidence. That's a lobster. What the fuck?
Using the textbook "I was hammered" defense, according to the police report, she told the cops.
Wait, the textbook "I was hammered" defense.
Yeah.
I just want the audience to let that sink in a bit.
No, everybody who's drunk always uses like, dude, I'm drunk. You can't like. Of course, I'm gonna steal fucking lobsters. What are you crazy?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever stolen a lobster because I was.
You don't think? But
no,
you were drunk.
Okay.
So how the fuck?
I know.
You probably blackout drunk. So how the fuck would you know?
I know I don't steal lobsters when I fucking get drunk. Okay. Mainly because I'm never around lobsters.
Well, you sound like a shitty drunk.
No.
It's like,
I
want to hang out with fun, sober Brockus instead of shitty, non-lobster stealing drunk Brockus.
Right?
Who just sits in his bedroom eating cheese poofs.
Hey, when I get drunk, it's actually a fucking coin toss at that point. Like, I'm not sure which version of me I'm gonna get. I can be mellow and chill, but if there's certain assholes around me, I fucking turn into a dick and I want to fight everything.
Yeah. How are you on tequila?
Oh, tequila is not good. Tequila will turn me violent real goddamn fast. I want to fight all the things if I get tequila in me.
See, I love tequila.
Well, you're a basic white girl, so there you go. That's you probably like pumpkin spice lattes.
What's your lobster death count on tequila? There's
shit.
Oh my god, you're not a basic white girl. You're just a white girl.
No, yeah, no. I only do tequila on my birthday.
Okay,
and that's because I'm from South Texas, so you know that cultural appropriation and shit.
Gotcha. All right, continue, Rob.
Using the textbook "I was hammered" defense, according to the police report, she told cops that she didn't care or didn't do anything wrong at the restaurant. Surprisingly, this defense did not work, and the woman was booked for disorderly conduct. At the very least, we give her credit for being bold enough to dunk her hand into a tank full of live lobsters.
For real, though. Bitch got balls, because nope.
Well, yeah, there.
Because I ain't gonna be playing with that shit. Hell no. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I don't do anything with animals when it comes to fucking. If I'm intoxicated, I just stay the fuck away from animals. Just because, like, I do not want that one time for me to wake up and I'm like, why is my hand bandaged? You wouldn't stop slapping the shit out of my dog last night, so it bit you. Oh, okay.
You slapping dogs when you're drunk, Brockus?
No, but I like to rough play with dogs, and some dogs do not like the rough play.
The only acceptable dog violence that should occur is to your neighbor's dogs, and it should occur immediately if it has not occurred yet.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. I'll fucking like run my neighbor's dogs over. Don't keep driving. My dog is.
What? I couldn't hear you. The radio was too loud.
I was distracted. The sun was in
Who
my.
let the dogs out? You start bumping. Who let the dogs
I couldn't hear you.
You run over his dog and then you stop and back up over it. Like, it's like, did you say something?
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't hear you.
I couldn't hear you over the excitement of getting your dogs under my wheels. Sorry, that's not nice. Oh well, watch me carry.
All right, next article.
Sure, let's see. Oh, this one is so fucking horrible. If you have a sensitive stomach, mute now. Teens are now getting drunk on boiled tampon juice.
I quit. Yep. No, I quit.
Did you hear about Tide wine?
Oh no! Yes,
kids are just drinking straight Tide now.
Because it comes out of a fucking like bag, like a fucking. Yeah. Oh my god!
They call it Tide wine. So, fucking any kid who's drinking tampon juice or drinks Tide wine deserves the poisonous, horribly painful poison death that they have coming to them.
Right? So kids these days will try just about anything to catch a buzz, from boofing beer, which if you don't know what boofing is, what the fuck are you doing on the internet? To vaping vodka, Their latest cheap thrill? Feminine hygiene products. Teenagers in Indonesia are collecting menstrual pads and tampons.
Oh, this is in Indonesia. Then okay, fine. Those fucking
doesn't
foreigners
matter.
can do whatever they want.
Doesn't matter. You know it's going to happen here eventually.
Yeah.
They are collecting menstrual pads and tampons, often of the used variety, boiling them, allowing the mixture to cool, and imbibing them, or then imbibing the resulting liquid. Police have already arrested several minors caught making this menstrual pad moonshine.
Wait, does this fucking get them stoned or drunk or what?
I don't know.
Like what's the...
One 14-year-old confessed that he and his buds swig it morning, afternoon, and evening. The National Narcotics Agency in Indonesia says it's the chlorine used to sanitize the products that's getting kids tipsy, giving them hallucinations and a feeling of flying.
They're drinking chlorine. Oh, that's a fucking wonderful.
It turns out this has been going on for at least a couple of years, as it was first reported by authorities back in 2016. I don't know who started it. There's no law against it so far. There's no law against these kids using a mixture of mosquito repellent and cold syrup to get drunk.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Psycho fucking nailed it. This is why you don't ban alcohol, Islam.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So, anybody who was muted, I hope that you feel that you can come back safely now. At least everybody in the chat, let them know that they can come back.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah.
So to oh god. I can't even. I was about to do a recap, but I can't even say it.
Yeah, nope. Don't want it.
Yeah, this is
don't
one
accept
of those...
the tampon tea, kids.
Ew.
Don't. Oh my god, why? I can't even complete a sentence properly to convey how fucking
up.
Why is this a thing?
This is why you're conservative.
My next article is going to break you even more, Brockus.
Oh god.
We're just going to break you tonight, man.
Yeah, apparently that is the usual goal of a CNN now is to break Brockus, but at the same time, like, kind of wish it wasn't a thing. But hey, fuck it, whatever, not a big deal. Actually, before we move on to anybody else's articles, I'm gonna make a quick thing here, and then I'm gonna move into my article that I actually grabbed. For anyone who actually does follow anything remotely Comicsgate-ish, or follow something that involves with comic books, there is actually a very interesting hashtag going on. Hashtag Make Shulky Hot Again. And the reason why is because for anyone who hasn't been paying attention with comic books, maybe you were pissed off with Thor being transformed into a woman, and it wasn't even really transformed into a woman. It was literally being replaced by his can't apparently die cancer-ridden ex-girlfriend, which Mjolnir was killing faster, but somehow is still alive. If you were pissed off and walked away because Iceman was forced into becoming gay across universes, like literally what we now know as an alternate universe version of younger Bobby Drake somehow has influenced 616 Bobby Drake, a man known to have many ex-girlfriends, is basically been forced to be gay by Jean Grey. This is the actual headcanon I'm sticking with because I don't fucking care anymore. I legitimately don't give a shit what Marvel tells me is the actual truth. Fuck you. Well, She-Hulk has been just manned the fuck up, and it's been annoying as hell. And right now, the people are actually trying to campaign and basically make She-Hulk sexy and hot again. Still muscle bound, still somewhat masculine looking, but still sexy.
So Dana Lynn Bailey versus that weird fucking like Russian chick with thighs the size of fucking cannons. Okay, I get you.
Yeah, yeah. So if you want to follow something that involves like, another comic book related hashtag that is actually very interesting, and I have to agree with these people, make Shulky hot again. That is make I'm not shitting you. Hashtag make Shulky hot again has got some pretty decent hits right now. For some reason, that John Cena video has found its way onto this one, but I think that's because the fucking Twitter is trying to force that shit down everybody's throat. There is even one tweet out there by Lord of Bardur, whatever the fuck his name is. He actually has side-by-side pictures of She-Hulk design from a few years ago to She-Hulk design now, and like they just keep making her character worse and worse. Like these artists are out of control. Anyways, on to my particular article. This is actually being brought from the Daily Wire. Again, people, I find myself more and more conservative every day. The headliner, she claimed he broke into her house and assaulted her. A selfie proved she lied. Guess what this story is about?
Oh, I know what this is. Yep, go ahead.
I don't know what this is.
Christopher, CJ, Procopia, very nearly spent the rest of his life in prison after being accused of assault by his ex-girlfriend. The woman, who despite obviously reporting a false crime has not been named or charged, claimed Procopia broke into her house and attacked her with a box cutter, slashing an X into her chest. Based on her story and the cleanly sliced X on her chest, Procopia was arrested. The 21-year-old Williamson County, Texas man told KVUE News he was confused when he was arrested on September 22nd, 2017 at the lumber yard where he worked. He couldn't remember when he last spoke to a woman whom he had dated years earlier in high school. I had no idea why everything was happening, and I was lost, he told KVUE, whatever the fuck that damn station is called. Procopia was taken to the Williamson County Jail, charged with burglary with the intent to commit other crimes. He faced 99 years in prison. His parents paid his $150,000 bond, plus thousands more in legal fees to clear his name. The accusers said the attack happened on September 20th, 2017, around 7:20 p.m. But Procopia's mother, Erin, knew her son wasn't even in town that night. He was with his mom at a Northwest Austin, Texas hotel about 65 miles away from where the alleged attack happened. And Erin had proof. She had taken a selfie with her son that night and posted it to Facebook. The photo was time-stamped and geolocated, proving Procopia was nowhere near the woman the night of the alleged attack. I'm thinking, this is awesome. By the grace of God, she said, it happened on the day when I can say totally 100% where he was at, Erin said. The family also had sworn affidavits from people who were with Procopia that night. Most of the time we deal with gray matters, Procopia's attorney, Rick Flores, said. Not normally black and white, but this is one of those cases where I could definitely prove he did not commit this offense. It took 9 months for the charges against Procopia to be dropped. His accusers told police that she made the accusations because the two had a difficult relationship years ago in high school. No more than a year later, Procopia told KVUE he was ready to move on. I'm ready to actively live my life the way I want to without having any kind of worry that this can come back and hurt me, he said. Procopia was not given the opportunity to respond to the accusations against him before he was arrested. Police reports viewed by KVUE show he returned a police phone call and left a message, but no one spoke to him before he was arrested and sent to prison with his future on the line. We are always willing to listen and examine new information, and that's exactly what we did in this case, said Bell County District Attorney Henry Garza. Perhaps if they had spoken to Procopia and done even a basic investigation before arresting him, they would never have had to file charges or upend a young man's life in the first place. Now, this is a year-long fucking annoying-ass struggle. This is a story that came out yesterday. This was brought to us yesterday.
And the saddest part is that it doesn't matter that he's innocent. This is going to follow him for the rest of his life.
Oh, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. And here's the saddest part. For all of you fucking retarded-ass liberals out there that are actually going to sit there and bitch and say, why would they lie? This cunt fucking clearly lied because she couldn't get over the fact that this dude wanted nothing to do with her. They had a difficult relationship back in high school. They broke up. He hasn't seen her in years, and she decides to fabricate a story, cutting her own fucking chest or having somebody cut her for her, and lie about a rape that was fortunately proven completely fucking false with one Facebook post. Holy goddamn shit. This kid dodged a massive fucking bullet. But the worst thing about this story, if you actually go back, it started in September of 2017. It started in 2017, and it took 9 fucking months for this whole thing to be cleared up. Wow.
Yep.
You want to talk about fucked up legal system? This is a fucked up legal system.
Yep. I got arrested at work for somebody stealing somebody else's identity and literally just using my name and birth date. They didn't have my ID. They didn't have anything else of mine. Literally just my name and birthday. How did they find that out? Oh, an old friend from elementary school remembered how good of a person I was, how nice and good of a person I was, and said, oh yeah, here, use her name. She never gets in trouble. Thanks, cunt. Yeah, and same thing, my money, whole 9 yards, but she had nothing. So there was no point in me going after her. People are always like, go after him if it's wrong. I can't. The fucking city should, because the city is the one who really lost out on fucking money and time. Shit like that happens all the fucking time. All the time. It's disgusting.
I've almost been arrested because I'm a twin.
Oh, shit.
My brother had just a bench warrant out because he had forgotten to like go to court to pay a parking ticket or some shit.
Yep, stupid.
And so just a stupid little fucking nothing, but it's still, if you get pulled over, you get arrested because you got a bench warrant out.
Yep.
And they did not believe that I had a twin. Our last names are the same. Just enough. We were living together at the time, so we had the same address.
Gosh.
We were roommates at the time. Just enough shit was the same that they're like, yeah, we get that. I'm like, so I ended up in the back of a squad car with handcuffs on. But to their credit, they did like stick around and make sure and like double and triple check and found out that it was not me who had a warrant, and they released me. But yeah, I almost got arrested for being a twin.
Wow.
For having an evil twin.
That's the best part of the story. It was your evil twin.
It wasn't me. It was my twin brother. I swear, officer.
Dude, I will tell you right now, my tattoos are the only thing that really saved my ass, other than because the video of the girl stealing the shit, it was on her back the entire time. So my tattoos were the only thing that fucking cleared me. Because we had different tattoos. And I'm like, there's no way that I could have fucking lasered that off in this short amount of time and you wouldn't see, like, residuals from it. Yeah.
Nice.
It's stupid.
At this point, the only person that looks close enough to me, like me physically and all that stuff, is if I have a full beard and Lanny Pator has a full beard, we look very, very similar to each other. So I'm hoping Lanny never actually does anything. Also, I hope Lanny never gets arrested in case I do something, because chances are I would be that moron, Lanny Pator. If you don't realize, he's one of the voice actors from TFS. He's the voice of Vegeta, Piccolo, and a slew of other characters.
Oh gosh.
He's one of the famous abridgers on YouTube that everybody praises and all that shit. And strangely enough, Lanny and I have a very similar face and body build. But here's the weirdest part. We can both kind of do similar voices. Like, I can't fully mimic Piccolo or Vegeta, but I can get close enough to it to where if I was probably on a phone, I'd be mistaken for him. Something along those lines.
Oh, nice.
So it's one of those strange voices. Where it's one of those strange phenomena where I'm kind of sitting there thinking to myself, if there's ever an article in the news that says Lanny Pator was mistakenly arrested in California, I'm just gonna laugh and be like, it was probably because I did something stupid.
Oh my gosh.
Like that's my bad, Lanny. Don't worry about it.
Sorry, dude.
But hopefully I will get the fuck out of California. I hate this goddamn state. I want to move to fucking Texas. Ironically, where he lives.
Yes, please.
I'm not trying to actually move and live with Lanny Pator. I'm just pointing out that it's I find it funny that a lot of people I'm a fan of just so happen to fucking live in Texas. And I'm like, it's kind of weird because that's the state I've been eyeballing this entire time that I've been thinking I want out of this fucking state. I've just been like, maybe I should move back to Nevada, or should I go a little further and go to the fucking the safe haven, the best goddamn state I think I've ever heard of in this fucking country. My buddy has been telling me such good things about Texas for the last 8 fucking years, and I'm just like, I don't think I can even deny that anymore.
Yeah,
I kind of have to. He talks it up so often. Whenever we talk, he talks how good he has it over there, how cheap shit is, how much money he's making and stuff. And I'm just like, I can't even deny it anymore. I think Texas is like one of the best fucking states here. Holy shit. I got to look at more into this. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I've been looking into moving to Texas.
You're getting too conservative, man.
Yeah. I think that was the other part of me, is like, as soon as I gave into the idea of moving to Texas, all of a sudden, like, the conservative half of my blood was just like, all right, boys, we're taking over.
Well, see, and that's the other thing. You need to watch out where you're going to move in Texas, because the big cities, Houston, Dallas, are extremely fucking liberal.
Oh, I'm well aware of that. And strangely enough, I don't believe I'm actually going to be moving. I'm not going to be moving to one of the big cities, but I am going to be moving to a suburb outside of the big cities. But I believe it's more northeast Texas. I think I'm not 100% certain. I think that's where I'm supposed to be moving, or maybe it's somewhat central Texas, but like still kind of more northeast.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's besides the point. That's the general location of where I want to move, because I want to get the fuck out of here. But enough about me, enough about my future plans and all that shit. Let's move on to the next fucking story. We're gonna move on to the next Florida man.
Yeah, but you know, I have too many articles this week, so we're gonna need help by the chat by picking one of these 3. All right, chat, you got to get with me on this one. We got 1. Florida man sodomizes pink flamingo to death.
Oh.
We have article number 2. So press 2 if you vote for this. Midget stuck in mailbox after falling in while mailing letter.
Oh.
Or 3. Press 3 if you want man survives brutal sexual assault by Yeti-like creature.
Oh.
These
why
are
can't
all
we have
amazing.
them all now? I don't get why we can't have them all now. I'm not even remotely surprised that Lionel is voting his ass off for the first one. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, everybody's going to want that one.
Florida man sodomizes pink flamingo to death.
I don't.
Oh, we're getting some for the Yeti. Or no, he's switching his vote. Lionel keeps switching his vote.
Lionel doesn't know what he wants.
No, we got We're getting votes for the midget stuck in the mailbox. I think we got the most votes for that.
Lionel's officially a 22-year-old fucking woman right now. Like he just
gotta love it.
I don't know what I want, but I know I want one of these crazy ass things to happen. Jesus. Oh, I don't know where I'm going with this. Get me another daiquiri.
All right, I think midget's gonna win it. I think midget stuck in mailbox after falling in while mailing letter. I think you run with that.
Okay, you're counting the amount of twos. You need to count how many.
That's
twos.
what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. If you look, we got Ray Stone for 2. We got Wild Fox appears for 2. Lionel did a vote for 2. We got Skull Crusher did a vote for 2. I think we have the most for 2.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be Trapped Midget.
Yep. All right. A man suffering from dwarfism almost died after falling inside a U.S. postal mailbox last Friday and remaining stuck inside the narrow container. 49-year-old Walter Morrison from Fayetteville, North Carolina, was found on Monday morning by a postal employee collecting the mail. The 3-foot, 10-inch tall man was unconscious and severely dehydrated, so he was rapidly transported to the nearby Cape Fear Valley Medical Center, where he was admitted in a critical condition. Thomas Dunsmore, the mailman who found Mr. Morrison, described the scene in an interview with MSNBC. I opened the mailbox and saw this little guy upside down. At first, I simply laughed, but then I realized he was almost dead, and I called 911.
Oh my
Who the fuck wouldn't laugh? I'd be like, somebody's playing a fucking joke.
Am I unpranked? What is this? Did they bring that shit back?
Oh my gosh.
You see a couple little feet all sticking up out of the mailbox.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's fucking amazing.
He had just finished extracting the poor man from the narrow container when the paramedics arrived a few minutes later. Fortunately, the medical staff was able to stabilize Mr. Morrison after a few hours of intensive care, and he regained consciousness the next morning. According to doctors, he broke his left thumb but should suffer no long-term physical consequences from his misadventure. Mr. Morrison says he fell in the box while attempting to mail a letter and was unable to get out. He claims the accident was in part due to the fact that the mailbox was almost 40 years old and wasn't as safe as the new ones. Walter Morrison says he's considering filing a lawsuit against the USPS, but first wants to take time to recover from his ordeal.
Really, dude? That's on...
Oh, man.
Ask somebody for help. Ask people for help, y'all.
I love this country.
That's so messed up.
How is that not fucking hilarious? A midget stuck in a post office box. That's fucking the mailman's all like, at first I laughed.
I'm glad the dude was unconscious, because maybe they would get sued for him laughing.
Okay, you know what?
Dude saved his life. He can laugh all he fucking wants.
Right? For real.
He's like, this is the most hilarious life-saving fucking endeavor ever.
He called up his buddy Johnny. He was just like, did you put this motherfucker in here, you son of a bitch?
That's like a baby getting stuck in the fucking claw machine at the amusement park or something, you know, like inside, and people are just trying to get him out. Yes. You can't tell me that's not just an inherently comedic situation there.
It's fucking amazing. I love that shit.
Okay, I can quickly continue. I mean, all of these are kind of short articles. I can continue on with Florida man sodomizes pink flamingo, or a man survives brutal sexual assault by Yeti-like creature.
What was the second highest voted?
I think it was probably 3. The Yeti-like creature.
Dun, 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 dun.
We might have to go with that one, to be
all
honest.
Right, let's do it.
Unless we want to hear more Michael Avenatti stuff.
Well, I got my next round. I got Florida man. I got naked Florida man coming up.
All right, fair enough.
Pretty good. All right, so let me go through this one real quick. A tourist expedition in the Himalayas turned into a nightmare after an American tourist and local guides were savagely attacked by a creature resembling, quote-unquote, hairy and giant. Jason Barclay, 28, was on a solo adventure across the Himalayas with his 2 local Sherpas when he was attacked during the night by what he believed was a bear. The creature lashed through his tent and started to shove the half-asleep man around, who managed to stay still despite his fear. I thought I was going to die, so I played dead, he told the Kathmandu Herald. Barkley finally realized the creature was, in fact, not a bear when he came into direct eye contact with the beast. It flipped my you guys just wait. Oh god. It flipped my body around and then I could see his face in the darkness. It looked deeply into my eyes. It had the face of an orangutan or some sort of ape, he explained. The creature then attempted some form of sexual interaction with him, involving humping and loud moaning, recalled the victim.
Oh my god.
It ejaculated all over my hair and the back of my head and ran out of the tent. I can still remember the horrible salty taste of its semen and the worst taste. It was the worst taste ever, Barkley told reporters. Although it was dark and the attack occurred at night, both Sherpas believed it was a Yeti and not a bear, as bears do not climb at those altitudes, they explained to the Kathmandu Herald. Jason Barclay had also kept some specimen of the semen for scientific analysis, but says no serious research group had shown any interest at the moment.
Pretty sure it's just some dude dressed up in a costume.
It's just some wild fucking Kathmandu homeless dude. It's just
right.
You know, he got some fucking Wolverine claws off eBay and just starts slashing through tents and raping people.
Oh man, that's fucking amazing. I love it.
Although Yeti is believed to be a legendary creature of the Himalayan regions, hundreds of encounters are nonetheless reported to local authorities by mountain climbers each year. And that's the end of my article.
Oh gosh.
That is maybe one of the best quotes in the history of news. It ejaculated all over my hair and the back of my head and ran out of the tent. I can still remember the horrible salty taste of its semen. It's the worst taste ever. I don't
know that much about these things. Why do they keep going?
It spooged all over his mouth and face and eyes, and he put some into a jar for further analysis.
Oh, it's fucking amazing.
You
don't want to live anymore?
The Ray Stone in the chat says, "No, it wasn't Nuck Nuck or me. It was the Yeti. Yes, it was the Yeti.
Fucking.
It was not the Sherpas."
Okay, I'm fucking a little mad at a goddamn necromancer right now because Magog is in the chat saying, "I just came in. I always knew Brockus was a fag. I shall now call him Caucus." Fuck you, Magog. I will hunt you down and I will beat you within an inch of your life. Mainly because, you know, necromancer, you can't die. Been there, done that. I don't know how to kill you. If I did, I'd probably tell Hemlock Moonwolf already.
Right.
Oh, right. Fucking hell. All right. Well,
Caucus, that's catching on. I'll start using that too.
And more dumb thoughts doing dumb thought shit, as well as, you know, their pervy porn lawyer. We have some, I thought it was going to be, I do have the links to different other articles. So I decided, instead of Michael Avenatti, why not talk about his client? Stormy Daniels says Trump has ruined her career.
Well, bitch, that's on you.
Yeah, that's not Trump's fault.
Hold on a second. Let's just let that sink in. Stormy Daniels, a woman who made fame and fortune by fucking men on camera.
Is a perfect example of playing victim while beating somebody with a club.
Right. And she has herself been going out to various different strip clubs. She's in her 40s, mind you. She's gone out to various different strip clubs to basically do different strip shows and stuff. Now, let me just explain. I've watched enough fucking documentaries to know that porn stars typically, I'm not saying that this does include Stormy, but Typically, whenever a porn star or a former porn star is not doing so well financially, they either A, go back to the porn industry like a handful of others have, or B, start doing stripping tours.
Yep.
She's in her 40s, and she's been doing a stripping tour for the last year and a half. Well, actually, not so much a year and a half, but she was recently on a stripping tour, and yeah, I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure she's not doing so good financially. But that's just my assessment. Anyways, adult film star and exotic dancer Stormy Daniels says her interactions with President Donald Trump and her foray into politics has completely ruined her pornography career. Really? Because I'm pretty sure that enhanced the fuck out of Sarah Palin's career when the Who's Nailin' Palin porn parody came out.
Sarah Palin, that Stormy Daniels?
No, that wasn't Stormy Daniels. That was actually somebody that Stormy's fucked on set. But anyways, like I don't the Who's Nailin' Palin porno that came out in the early 2000s only made Sarah Palin more of a celebrity and rock star in the eyes of many people due to the fact that now they had this visual idea of what would Sarah Palin look like as a porn star. Well, now we know. And all kinds of other crazy shit. And then she got her own TV show that lasted for like, what, 2 fucking seasons? Like, come on. Sarah Palin being mocked and all that shit with politics made her more fucking famous. And you're going to fucking sit here and say, like, this whole thing has ruined her pornography career. Oh, okay. Yeah, somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking Friday at the Oxford Union at an event called Sex, Guns, and Other Fluff. Best fucking thing.
Perfect.
That's
perfect.
That's one of the best event titles I've ever heard. It's gonna be huge. You're gonna love it so much. You're gonna hate it. You're just gonna keep wanting to go. You're gonna go broke doing it. Nobody does events as good as Sex, Guns, and Other Stuff. Okay.
Well, that was gunshots.
It's other fluff, motherfucker. Get it right.
Anyways, how porn can set you free. That was the continuation. I didn't even read further. Oh, God. Okay. Anyways, Daniels told the audience that she's been so focused on her political career that she's had to take a 10-month break from writing new adult films. Her favorite part of her now on hold career. Then stop writing anything with politics. As simple as this. Here's the passion project, the thing that you love that makes you lots of money, supposedly. And here's the thing that's pissing you off. Stop doing a thing that's pissing you off. You got proven wrong. You lost your fucking case. Move the fuck on, thought.
Yep.
I had no idea what I was getting myself into, Daniels said, nor would I realize.
What the fuck did she think? She's accusing the president of, like, she's getting into a presidential scandal, like right in the fucking middle of it. What the fuck did she think it was going to end well for her?
I don't know. Like, I guess.
When has a presidential scandal ended well? Ask Monica Lewinsky if that shit ended well. Ask fucking any. Well, maybe Marilyn Monroe, but only because it was Marilyn Monroe. She gets a fucking pass.
Well, Marilyn Monroe eventually died of an overdose, so allegedly.
Yeah, so I mean, that's not a fucking fairy tale story either. But
I'm pointing out, like, considering all.
What I'm saying is that and that wasn't even a scandal; those were just rumors.
The Marilyn Monroe thing was actually a scandal, but that wasn't a scandal until, like, I think 20 years after Kennedy's death.
Yeah,
people started finding evidence that he may have been fooling around with Marilyn Monroe.
Well, no, it was rumors before, like, while it was going on, wasn't it? I mean, the rumors.
Are
older.
Oh yeah, yeah, fair enough. But it wasn't until, like, I think the 80s that they found out that there's some pretty strong evidence that went on. Anyways, I don't know about it. I don't care that much. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Okay.
Well, I'm just using it. Then she's the exception that proves the rule. Like, that didn't destroy her career, but like anybody caught up in a fucking morality scandal with the president, you think that's going to end well for you? You got played by fucking Avenatti. That's what it was, Stormy Daniels. She got played by fucking Avenatti, who just wanted to make a fucking buck off her name.
Oh yeah, and his own story is just getting juicier and juicier. Yeah. We'll get into that at a later time. Nor would I realize what a huge impact the circus would have not only on my life but the rest of the world. But she isn't calling time on her adult film career by any stretch. Daniels added that she will probably never leave the adult industry because ultimately pornography is her passion and she has a part in every aspect of production. I write the script down, I do the budget, I do the shoot schedule, I pick out the wardrobe, she added. Daniels has had a strange several months, along with her celebrity attorney, I love how they put this, a celebrity. Yes, because he thinks he is more important
creepy
than
porn
he
lawyer.
Fucking actually is. God damn it. Yes, creepy fucking porn lawyer. Along with her celebrity attorney, Michael Avenatti, Daniels has waged a public war against President Donald Trump, accusing Trump and his own attorney, Michael Cohen, of offering her an inappropriate payoff ahead of the 2016 presidential election. Mind you, before he actually decided, or well, I wouldn't say before he decided because he's done this twice, but before he really was actually, elected president, before he was really running for office and all that stuff, he fucked Stormy Daniels.
Yep.
He paid her to keep her fucking mouth shut, or at least one of his handlers paid her to keep her fucking mouth shut. She broke that obvious fucking agreement because she's now speaking about it. So I think Trump might have an official case there. I don't know. I don't know the law, but I feel like somebody should be actually pursuing the fact that she was given hush money and she didn't stay hushed. So something's fucked up there. But yes, he did. He was a celebrity years and years before he ever decided to become a politician. He's a businessman. He does a lot. Do you think these things would not happen or have not happened? The man's been married more than once before. Do you think Melania is his first fucking wife? No. So why is this even a fucking big deal? We have legitimately fucking we live in a society that praises celebrities and puts them on a fucking pedestal. These actors, these actresses, mediocre or amazing. These people that are famous for no fucking reason, Kardashians, and we put them on a fucking pedestal and we think their lives are so goddamn important because they're so glamorous and we love to look into their lives. We wish we were them, all this shit and stuff like that. And we just, it's gone to their fucking head now. It really has gone to their fucking head. Now they're fucking trying to use their position to influence the fucking youth, and it's goddamn pathetic. Anyways, I'm going to stop soapboxing right now because I'm going to get back to this. But this is fucking retarded. We've seen shit worse than this with celebrity scandals. It's goddamn retarded to focus so much on this goddamn thing and actually make it a bigger deal than it needs to be. So he fucked a porn star. Oh, okay. If we find out years later he did cocaine, is anyone going to be surprised? No. It's Donald fucking Trump. I'd be surprised if he didn't do cocaine.
For real.
She and Avenatti also sued Trump for defamation and a case she and Avenatti recently lost, costing them thousands of dollars in legal fees. Last week, Michael Avenatti was arrested in Los Angeles for what the Los Angeles Police Department termed an incident of domestic violence. Avenatti reportedly got into an altercation with a former girlfriend, which spilled into a Los Angeles street. Avenatti denied the allegations and that the incident happened and instead blamed rumors of his arrest on an internet conspiracy. Daniels said late last week that she would give Avenatti the benefit of the doubt on the domestic violence charge and that she would wait to see the evidence against Avenatti before replacing him as her lead counsel, telling reporters that right now they're just allegations and I'm going to reserve judgment. She repeated that sentiment Friday night. If the allegations turn out to be true, she said, then I will definitely be seeking new representation. Daniels' appearance at the Oxford Union may seem unusual, but it comes at the beginning of an extended free speech event that will conclude next Friday with the speech from former Breitbart editor and Trump administration senior official Steve Bannon. Daniels is currently on a global tour of promotion of prominent adult entertainment clubs tied closely to her political activism. So that last line gets me a bit. It makes me chuckle. Daniels is currently on a global tour of prominent adult entertainment clubs. She's going to strip clubs tied closely into her political activism. She's stripping for her case and for her politics. This chick is legitimately showing the world her tits, ass, and puss for politics. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. We have gone this far, and you wonder why I have recently come out as conservative. Jesus fucking Christ. Granted, I would love to go to a strip club with some political fucking leaders and you know, maybe, could you imagine? Brockus and Trump go to a strip club.
Oh,
Boom.
gosh.
Boom. Life goal right there.
Yeah, I'm scared. Anybody else scared? I'm scared.
That yes, I'm not gonna lie. If I ever end up in that position where I'm hanging out with Donald Trump and shit like that, and we do decide to do some crazy shit, I will try to influence this motherfucker in so many ways. Look, I've never really liked Trump. I'm not gonna hide this fact. I've never hidden this fact. I've never really liked Trump, but I'm slowly becoming more and more of a fan. Every single time this motherfucker pisses the left off, every single time he does something, if it pisses me off too, then I'm just like, well, it's Trump. I'm not expecting anything more than him being a dumbass. But every once in a while, whenever the left tells him you have to do this, and he says, I don't got to do shit you say, I'm just like, I don't know. I kind of like this. Oh man.
Yep.
Well, Rob unfortunately has put himself on mute. Not quite sure why exactly.
No.
But
what?
Oh, there we go. Rob.
Hey.
Next story. Let's get the next.
Oh, we got. Sorry, I had to jump away for just a minute.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, but we have Naked Florida Man this week. Of course, we missed Naked. There was no Naked Florida Man last week, so I'm glad that we have fit the bill this week. We have Naked Florida Man revealed on video sneaking into a restaurant and munching on ramen. What? St. Petersburg. Started with chicken wings, a beer, and a burglar. It went down. St. Petersburg police officer was investigating a November 6th break-in at the Chataway restaurant, reviewing surveillance video that shows the burglar devouring a plate of chicken wings and enjoying a beer inside the kitchen. But then the officer stumbled across another incident from the night before. The video shows a man riding his bike up to the restaurant at 358 22nd Avenue South, pedaling around the parking lot for 10 minutes, then slipping in through the back gate. After wandering around for a bit, he opens the door to a shed for storing odds and ends and removes them one by one. Then the man gains access to a restaurant bathroom and exits without his clothes. He proceeds to sit naked at one of the restaurant's picnic tables and digs into a meal he brought with him. Maruchan instant lunch ramen. The video also shows him playing the bongos, also naked. See, that's the beauty of Naked Florida Man. He's not just naked. He does things while he's robbing somebody naked, or he's fucking throwing shit at police naked, or he's fucking.
I do things.
Yes, he's doing crazy stuff while naked, and it's fucking magic. Thank you, Florida Man. He came in with pants on, but he rode off the bike without pants, Chataway server Chad Pearson said. I'm not sure if he took his pants with him, but we didn't find him. We still don't know where his pants are.
Is this the guy who like put everything back afterwards as well, and nobody knew for like hours or something?
I do not know. It's possible this has been reported on. This is just, you know, the whole naked guy the night before.
Oh my God.
So I don't know. I think we may have done the story of the guy breaking in, but this is like a story of they were checking the surveillance footage, and the night before somebody broke in, there's some naked dude that fucking broke into a bathroom and fucking, I guess nobody reported it because, yeah, nothing was missing.
Gosh.
Got naked and ate ramen and then bounced.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to see that one story where it's a naked Florida man story. And like this dude, like you find out that there has been this naked Florida man conspiracy story going on for years because this one guy every other Wednesday breaks into this one break room at this one I don't know, store or fucking building, whatever the case is, but he always goes into this one break room, strips completely naked, eats lunch as if he works there, plays the bongos, maybe even plays naked guitar, puts his shit back, and then goes and does whatever the fuck he wants. And there's a recording in this building that they watch, and it's always 45 minutes long. That's it. You know, he's on a 45-minute lunch break. That's what he does on his lunch break.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right. He spray painted a few chairs, the bongos, and a pickle jar, but his handiwork was barely noticeable, manager Amanda Kitto said. Everything was put back so neatly. In fact, 4 hours before anyone noticed he had been there. We would not have known about the naked guy without the cop finding that video, Kitto said. Police identified the man, who is homeless, but did not release his name publicly. Kitto declined to give his name and said the restaurant will not press charges because he caused no harm. His goal was not to break in. His goal was just to hang out at the Chataway. What about the first guy? Police are still trying to catch him. The guy who did break in, the police are trying to catch him. He enjoyed the plate of chicken wings and some beer and stole an estimated $500 worth of stuff, including cash tips, a laptop, a tablet, and a grocery bag he filled with beer. He made himself at home, Kitto said. He spent over an hour just milling around, going room to room and eating and drinking while he did it. The man also tried unsuccessfully to access the safe using his hands, a pot handle, and tongs.
Yep.
Kitto is confident that even though the two incidents happened back to back, they were not connected. I used to always joke and say that if you're going to break into the Chataway, to make sure to grab a beer, and it finally happened.
I love that.
That is naked Florida man story for this week.
I heard about that earlier this week, and I was fucking dying.
Naked Florida man never fails to impress.
I was gonna say, if you didn't read that one, I was gonna send that one to you because holy shit.
Oh, I always do a search for naked Florida man every week, and I think there's literally I could count on the times on one hand I've been doing this where a week has gone by where there hasn't been a naked Florida man story.
Last week.
Last week it added one to the tally, but it's still below 5. Since
oh my gosh.
Okay.
Months and months of this show.
So Fad has just brought attention to a story. I am looking it up right now. Talk amongst yourselves while I try to find it.
Cool.
Jibber jabber.
So I got a really short one here. Millennials tell Hasbro just how insulting Monopoly for millennials really is.
Oh, please, yes, I want to see that. Do
yes.
Well, the story that she told me to go and look up, or that I was trying to look up, it's old. I'm not even going to bother anymore. Now, one more time, can you give me that headliner? I didn't fully pay attention.
Millennials tell Hasbro just how insulting Monopoly for millennials really is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Hasbro made a new Monopoly, and it's called Monopoly for millennials. And it says something along the lines of, what is it? Forget real estate. You can't afford it anyways. And adulting is hard. You deserve a break from the rat race.
Oh, God, I'm looking this up. I cannot wait to...
So the game's rules and cover art all play up stereotypes the age group is known for. The box for the game shows Mr. Monopoly taking a selfie, wearing headphones and a participation medal and holding a coffee. Rather than win by collecting the most money, the game prompts players to collect experiences, including visiting a friend's couch, going to a vegan bistro, and hitting a week-long meditation retreat. Game pieces include a hashtag and crying emoji. Though some people are obviously amused by the game, others found the mockery infuriating and took to Twitter to express their irritation.
This is one of those things where you could only possibly get upset by it if it fucking hit the nail right on the goddamn head for you.
Yeah. But here's the weird part. This is Hasbro doing this.
Yes.
The company that has, for the last X amount of years, kind of protected pedophiles because they're fucking disgusting. And they're giving us products that mock the shit out of millennials. I don't know how to feel right now. It's just like I want to set Hasbro on fire, but at the same time I want to clap and fucking praise them and like cheer them on. Go Hasbro! Yeah, you tell those fucking easily hurt bitches what it's like. But at the same time, I'm just sitting in the audience going, I kind of want to burn you to the ground, though. I don't know how to feel. I'm very conflicted.
Right? Well, and many people express their annoyance by taking a jab at baby boomers. One person tweeted, "Next, monopoly for baby boomers, where you buy property below value price, only people of color go to jail, and when you pass go, you get to complain about millennials." Others questioned Hasbro's loyalty in creating the game. Hasbro, can you provide the URL for the official website featuring Monopoly for Millennials, where you trash on my age demographic because baby boomers caused an economic catastrophe that rendered us financially impotent for a decade? Thanks. Some Twitter users expressed their disappointment in the game and the things it got wrong. I'm not sure who Hasbro made Monopoly for Millennials for, say that 10 times fast, as we don't get shit on enough, LOL. The game about millennial life should absolutely include paying rent, a lot of it. The vast majority of us can't afford to spend money on experiences. Anyway, disappointed. Older users responded by finding it amusing. This is just too funny. Well, for Generation X it is anyways. Some even took the opportunity to poke fun at millennials. I'm surprised at how many people are upset making a monopoly for millennials. Is it because a loser doesn't get a participation trophy? You can find this game at Walmart. Now, Hasbro defended its decision to make the game and even said some of its staff are millennials. You have to hear this. We created Monopoly for Millennials to provide fans with a lighthearted game that allows millennials to take a break from real life and laugh at the relatable experiences and labels that can sometimes be placed on them. With many of us here being millennials ourselves, we understand the seemingly endless struggles and silly generalizations that young millennials can face, and we can't even. Whether you are a lifestyle vlogger, emoji lover, or you make your side hustle selling vegan candles, Monopoly for Millennials is for you.
Can I add something to that? I have found something here that says, to drive the whole millennial messaging home, Hasbro is selling the new board game for $1982, which is the year that millennials start at. So even the sale price is like a dig.
It's so fucking great. And hi, I was born in 82, so
I was also
yeah.
born in 82, but I think it's
I'm like, I don't care. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's fun. That shit's funny.
Okay. Oh, all right. Well, it turns out the story that Fad was bringing up to us was actually not old. It is relatively new.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
What
you
is it?
fucking ads.
Oh, I fucking
Skip.
hate those ads.
You can't come onto this website unless you accept our cookies. Now that you've accepted our cookies, you're going to have to spend the next 5 minutes of your life closing ad after ad after ad after ad. Also, take this survey. Fuck you. Anyway.
Worse than AOL online era of pop-ups. I swear we're getting back to it. It's disgusting.
Pretty much. It's how free websites make a living nowadays, I guess. I don't know. I'm starting to really rethink the whole net neutrality argument. Mirror.co.uk. Man held over bomb threat claims he was actually referring to bowel movement.
Oh, no.
Already we're off to a great start.
This is lovely, lovely headlines.
Arthur Posey, 30, was arrested in New Orleans on Tuesday night, but insists the whole ordeal has been a terrible misunderstanding. A man accused of threatening to blow up a chicken shop claims his explosive threat was actually in reference to a bowel movement. Arthur Posey, 30, was apprehended on Tuesday night after allegedly making a threat to blow up a chain of Willie's Chicken Shack in New Orleans during a heated exchange with staff. Wow. But pleading his innocence at the time of his arrest, Posey reportedly told officers there had been a horrible misunderstanding, facing 2 charges of communicating false information of planned arson. Posey claims he actually said he was going to blow the bathroom up in reference to a bowel movement, not blow the restaurant up. That's great.
Somebody open a window.
Before I continue, I just want to say I have for a very long time never quite understood why we continue to call it blowing it up, especially with today's society. People can and will take you completely out of context and or misunderstand what you are saying.
Yep.
Here we are.
Oh my gosh.
It's wonderful. It really is.
I usually say that I am summoning a shit demon, and that I'm I'm peeling the paint in my bathroom, or
I'm just a simple guy. I just call it just dropping a deuce. You just do something up, man.
I'm dropping a deuce.
I'm a simple lad.
I'm painting the toilet.
I gotta take a shit. End of story.
I just go with a bunch of I don't really like. I used to and sometimes still do say I'm blowing it up, stuff like that. But truth be told, it's only whenever I'm like, hey man, you gonna go blow it up or something along those lines. I don't necessarily say it for myself. I like to be a little more creative. I even one time took a shit in a Starbucks and texted my friends who were outside the Starbucks. I texted them basically saying, emergency, emergency. The mud people are attacking at the beach. Attacking from the beach. Code brown. We have a code brown.
Wow.
It was terrible.
Code brown eye.
It's a horrible fucking thing. However, police say the employee of the fast food chain has told them Mr. Posey never told him anything about a bathroom. The restaurant's managers said a man, later identified as Posey, went into the restaurant at 7 p.m. and approached the food preparation area asking what time the restaurant closed. When she replied she didn't know, Posey allegedly responded, "Y'all about to close right now because I'm going to get a bomb and blow this place up." The manager, who was left shaken by the exchange, took the threat very seriously and contacted local authorities. I bet you it was a white girl. Another employee claimed Posey said he was going to get a bomb and put it under the middle table of the restaurant closest to the front door. A police report confirms. Oh. So I'm pretty sure that was the white girl's friend who said, no, I totally heard him say that, but I also heard him say that.
Right.
Posey has been scheduled for a mental competency hearing on November 29th before a trial date can be set.
That's fucking funny.
I guess you would have to take a mental competency test when you are on trial for being misunderstood using slang to announce to the restaurant and its employees, yo, I'm going to take a shit in your bathroom.
Y'all about to close right now because I'm about to blow this shit up. Literally. With shit.
I have also, and I will also admit to this, I have taken a shit in a restaurant that was supposed to be closing its doors at that time. But I had explained to them prior to, I'm like, what time do you guys close? And they were like, oh, we're going to close in 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, I do apologize about this in case it takes a little longer than normal, but I really, really need to use the restroom. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go use the restroom. You can, of course, close the door behind me. I don't really care necessarily. I need to use your restroom. I will try to be quick.
You have to take a shit, man.
And like, as I'm explaining this, the dude completely understood. I don't know what was going on in the back, but all I heard was what I think was a little girl. I'm pretty sure it was like some 20-something-year-old, but I heard what sounded like a little girl laughing her fucking ass off in the background because she heard me trying to politely explain to the goddamn person at the counter, I gotta take a shit. I think she was high though. I'm not sure. But yeah, I told them I had to take a shit too. It was insane. Who?
Sounds reasonable, of course.
I don't know how to feel about that last story that we just read, because that was just one of those things where it's like, what? I mean, yeah. Even could you imagine being the cop who arrested that guy and hearing him like, look, they took what I said way out of context. I did say I was going to blow this place up, but I specifically said I was going to blow this place up and started heading towards the bathroom because I needed to take a shit.
You said it was going to blow the bathroom up, right? In reference to it was going to blow it up in reference to the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
That's what I got from the story.
I can't remember exactly. I closed the fucking story already. But yeah, either he said he was going to blow the bathroom up, he was going to blow this place up. Whatever the case is, imagine being the arresting officer who's just like got this dude in cuffs and thinking to himself, bitch, I did that same shit at a McDonald's recently.
Right?
I fucked that Arby's bathroom all up.
Right? Oh my gosh.
That third roast beef sandwich just got me.
For real though.
I think we can safely say we have all, at the very least, the three of us on the fucking Hangouts right now, we have all, at some point, just ruined somebody else's day because we needed to use the public restroom and there was no holding anything.
Nope.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there.
No, I have definitely ruined several
You're forced to use a bathroom you would normally never step foot into because you just had to. I
once took a shit in a Taco Bell that my friends worked at, and I did it right before I knew he had to go and clean the bathroom because I saw him specifically prepping the buckets and mop and shit like that. So I took the massive dump. He went and he cleaned the women's restroom, and then I came out. I looked right at him and I smiled. I didn't say anything. I walked back, sat down on my table where I was hanging out with some friends, and we heard from the back where the bathroom saw, oh my God, what did you do in here?
Oh, you mean smell? Smell, yes, but fucking like, oh yeah, no. I thought that you were meaning like, oh, I just literally like took a shit on the floor. I'm like, nope, never done that.
He was so fucking mad at me.
The fuck did you do, man? Fucking like birth a fart, baby?
Yeah. Oh my god. I can't remember how he described it, but the way he described it killed me too. I just remember mostly I took a shit and I pissed him off. Later he described it in a very hilarious way. It had to do with something with like a Golgotha or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, oh man. And that was when, I think that was the same day, or at least the same week, that we were all sharing different, or everybody who worked in the fast food industry among my friends, they were all sharing stories about having to clean bathrooms at this restaurant or having to clean bathrooms at that restaurant.
Oh man.
The best one still to this day is the guy who I had just in my story, who I had pissed off. One of his coworkers, he went to go and clean the women's restroom one day at that same Taco Bell, and he was pissed. He came out describing it, saying it's like somebody decided to drop their pants and then start breakdancing.
Oh.
And the fucked up thing is like this was before picture phones were a thing.
You didn't need it.
I wanted to send that onto the internet. I'm just like, to this day, I'm like, I wish I could have seen pictures just because I want to share that around. Like, this is the women's restroom at a Taco Bell.
Yeah, for real. Broads be nasty in restrooms, public restrooms, y'all. Like, like, ugh.
Yes, there's some nasty shit going on in the women's restroom, and people just try not to talk about it. Yet here we are, men. We will talk about it, and we will be very, very upset.
Oh yes.
And a broad who had to fucking clean it in essentially school. Fuck that shit. Especially when the fucking broads like know who the fuck is cleaning it that week. Oh man. I ain't gonna lie, I was a cunt to one broad, but whatevs.
So do we have another story to close this out with?
I do.
Oh,
okay. Florida man sodomizes pink flamingo to death.
Oh god, yeah. You know what? We're gonna close on this one completely. So it doesn't even matter if we shut this down early. We're gonna get into pink flamingo sodomizing story, because that is one everyone was excited to hear when they heard it first described. Continue.
Tampa Bay, Florida. A 22-year-old man has been arrested this morning after he allegedly proceeded to sexually assault a pink flamingo in front of horrified bystanders. Shocked witnesses saw Eduardo Jose Rafael Sanchez, 23, drop down his pants and jump into the flamingo pen before capturing Skittles, an 8-year-old male flamingo.
Yeah, hold on. Everything about this story, it keeps getting better. One, there were people around. Two, it was in the middle of the day at the zoo. And three, he has a Spanish name. The dude is so Mexican, he's got too many fucking names. Four,
click on that link in the sidebar of the group chat there and take a look at this guy's photo. He looks like a guy who would rape a flamingo.
The fucking flamingo's name is Skittles.
He's got that Cro-Magnon, dull-eyed, no intelligence look to him. Just like...
Yeah, this is the type of dude that could only get laid by raping.
Raping flamingos.
Yeah. Oh my god, he got a giant fucking head. Tiny face.
Okay. But I couldn't even finish that sentence. Shocked witnesses saw Eduardo Jose Rafael Sanchez, 23, drop down his pants and jump into the flamingo pen before capturing Skittles, an 8-year-old male flamingo, and attempting to perform anal sex on the poor animal.
Oh!
Reported one eyewitness, my 4-year-old pulled on my shirt, pointing to the man, saying, "Mommy, mommy, look at that man. He's riding the flamingo."
Oh no!
Oh, spectacular.
Kids started crying all over the place. There must have been at least 40 people watching the scene, one woman told reporters.
Oh my gosh.
The guy then screamed out like he had just had an orgasm and then just threw the bird on the side and put his pants back on like it was totally normal. Like he had done this every single day of his life, said another.
Oh my gosh.
Although the offender was rapidly apprehended by Busch Gardens security agents, the damage to the animal had already been done as it had died of internal bleeding hours later.
Aww. Poor little guy. And it was a guy.
Yeah, the hemorrhaging was impossible to stop. The animal could not withstand such a large object tearing up its anal cavity. Busch Gardens veterinarian Alan Thompson explained. Flamingos have extremely small genitals, and sodomy is not known to be part of their sexual habits, he told reporters.
Oh my gosh.
Everything about this story, it started off fucking hilarious.
I know, and now it's just getting into the horrifying side.
I thought the story was going to say that he was stopped before insertion. No, he actually got to pull it off. And
he finished. Motherfucker finished.
He did. Yeah, he didn't just insert. He also finished. The poor thing died. And I'm glad this guy got it. I hope they fucking kill him. That's just disgusting. You've traumatized so many children. Yeah, like, oh my God, there's so many things fucked up about this story. Fuck this guy. Like, what
F
is
for
he?
Skittles, y'all. F for Skittles.
Yes, I want to see a bunch of F's fucking Skittles, because that's F fucked
Skittles, straight the fuck up.
Jesus.
Oh, man. Okay. Skittles could just not sustain such intense physical abuse, he added, visibly angered by the whole affair. Although sexual assault by humans on flamingos are basically unheard of in the United States, a 2014 Worldwide Fund for Nature study found that the practice was still fairly common in certain regions of Mexico and other Latin American countries, where cultural belief still holds that sex with a pink flamingo may bring luck and prosperity.
Oh my gosh. Well, is that cultural appropriation? Was he? No.
Oh my God.
He's clearly super.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, this is why I have to say this. Okay, another reason I made, probably one of the other reasons why I went conservative. Conform to my society. I am sick of these fucking people trying to bring this bullshit into our fucking world and
if
say,
no. If we let those people in, they're gonna fuck all of our flamingos till they're dead.
I now have a new campaign. Do not let the caravan in. Why? They're gonna rape our flamingos.
Oh, it's so messed up.
We can't have these disgusting bastards rape our flamingos because they're going to go for our panthers afterwards.
Well, hopefully they do.
They came for our flamingos and I did nothing.
Oh,
then they came for the panthers and I did nothing.
The story actually genuinely made me sad. And oh, damn it. And I just noticed that Fat had sent me another article. It's a sad one. Jesus, fuck. No, I'm not even.
Not end on a sad article. We just ended on what was funny / sad.
Yeah, it was funny at first, and then it became depressing afterwards. So
we're Skittles. Rest in peace, Skittles.
We're not going to try that one. All right, we're going to go ahead and actually end it here at this point. I know this is about roughly 10 minutes early and stuff, but let's be honest. Because of Rob not paying attention, we were late anyways. But then again, that's normal for us. We're always late. It doesn't matter. Thank you for everybody who actually joined us tonight for this CNN. We had some Florida man stories, some very disturbing fucking stories. I actually brought articles to the table, which is an incredible rarity. I also came out as conservative, I guess. My coming out party. Hey, bitch.
Hey.
Let's do it. No, I did
conservative and fabulous.
In the middle of the show, I legitimately tweeted out, pointing out that I might as well just say that I think I'm pretty sure that I'm conservative, and I blame Steven Crowder for this entirely.
Might as well.
Join us tomorrow night, when, of course, at the new time of 8 o'clock, which is actually 8 o'clock Eastern time. So that's going to be 5 p.m. my time. 8 o'clock, we're going to have Brockus Rage, and tomorrow I am going to be continuing my rage from last week, in which I am going to be talking about shitty fandoms, except this time there's going to be a little bit of a spin on it. It's not so much shitty fandoms, it's shitty people. And shitty people specifically in fucking politics. So Brockus Rage is going to be a little bit interesting tomorrow. And of course, we have the new time slot for Han Solo on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I believe, is Little Leaf Shop of Horrors or Little Leaf of Horrors. I fucking can't remember what the goddamn show is called. Thursday, I don't even. Thursday is the Hot Takes with Snow Fox. And Friday is Cringe of Yesteryear. And then, of course, we also have, I guess, the Friday night cunt streams and the Saturday night cunt streams, none of which happened this weekend. Due to the fact that Semaj was actually very sick. Tonight with me, of course, is my usual co-host, Rob, from Cringe of Yesteryear, formerly Mistaken Lunatics. Rob Como.
Have a good night, folks.
And somebody who has become a regular on CNN. I thought she was going to be, not as regular, but I am very glad that we have Sestra as a regular nowadays.
Oh, you're so sweet. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, cunts, and get the fuck out.